Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. We're going to continue our Oktoberfest week. This is St. Arnold's Brewing, and they're out of Houston, Texas. This is their Oktoberfest. And this is a 6.6, I think. Let's see if it's written on the can here. Yes, 6.6% alcohol by volume. I don't see IBUs listed on. They usually don't list them on Oktoberfest because they're not very big as far as IBUs. This says it was canned on July of 2016. Why would you want to produce an Oktoberfest beer in July? I think they're rushing the season a lot of times on these beers. The pumpkin beers and Oktoberfest beers. You start seeing pumpkin beer show up in June and July. Who wants to have a pumpkin beer? I'm going to say this. Who wants to have a pumpkin beer when it's 95 freaking degrees or more outside? Not me, but there are people that love that style of beer, and they probably drink it year round if they can get it. So, very colorful can. Got a lot of orange and yellow maple leaves and stuff on there. Very colorful can. Very, very nice. And St. Arnold makes some really tasty stuff, guys. When I was in Florida, I was able to get their beers there, and I enjoyed everything that I purchased and drank from this brewery. And with having Brandon, and Brandon sent me this, having him down in Texas and sending me some of the St. Arnold stuff that I haven't had before, very, very good beers coming from this brewery. Very, very tasty beers coming from this brewery. So let's see where this one ends up. And like I told you guys yesterday and the day before, this is not my style of beer. It's a lager or Marzen Oktoberfest style beer, seasonal beer, a great fall beer. That's why I don't understand why they would want to can this in July. They rush the seasons quite a bit, guys. They really do. I don't know if you'd want to have this beer in November or December when it's been in the can since July. Just my opinion. Commercial description here says a full-body malty sweet beer celebrating the autumn harvest. Well, let's celebrate the autumn harvest by doing it in autumn instead of the middle of the summer. What do you think about that, guys? The rich beer has a round malt flavor and an above-average alcohol content, perfect for a cool fall evening. Now, being a 6.6, it's a little above average. The one from Santa Fe was 6, and the one yesterday we did was 6. I've already forgot. 6.4 or 5. And this was just a little bit bigger. Most of the beers are less than 7% in this style usually. Not seen an Imperial Oktoberfest. Maybe they make it. I don't know. It says here St. Arnold Oktoberfest is best consumed at 40 degrees. And that's what I have the refrigerator set out in there, and that's what they come out at. So, a great beer to have chilled, and like I told you yesterday and the day before, I call these lawnmower beers, a great beer if you're working outside. If it's come out in July, you could be out cutting the grass and it's still 95 degrees. You could come in and have a couple of these and still go out and still function. If you're getting closer to 7%, I don't know if I'd have more than 2 and still try to go out there and operate any machinery or power equipment. Don't want you to cut your damn foot off. But still, it's a good beer, a good or in July you can have this on the beach. But like I said, the guys, they rush the season. They really do on all of them, on all the beers. So, food pairings for this beer. While I pour it into the lager glass, don't want to get any death threats from using the wrong glass here, guys. Cuisine is German, and they're calling glass red plain Becker, Nonic, tumbler mug, Stein, Seidel. And you can see this is fairly carbonated, so we're going to have to back off on this pour. This one is a little heavily more carbonated than the one we did yesterday or the day before. And I have this problem. That's why I don't use this glass that much, guys. A lot of the beers pour a massive head in this style of glass. And of course, you know, I may have poured it a little too aggressive to start off with. You ain't blaming it all on the beer. It could be the fool operating the can. Alright. Right off the bat, Brandon, thanks so much, my brother, for sending this to me. 2 fingers of head on that pour. A nice deep amber color, just like the one we did yesterday. Southern Star was a little darker than I think than the one from Santa Fe was. This one is the same way. Very good looking beer. A very nice beer. A great beer, like I said, turn your friends on to still drinking the macro lager. Get them this, because the bitterness is not going to be too overwhelming, and it's not going to be like giving them an IPA or a stout or anything like that. The IBU says it's 24 on Untappd for this beer. And but they've only got it listed at 6%. And the can on this one says it's 6.6 is what it says on the can. Yep. So they need to change their ABV on Untappd. Let's get another one. Ooh, it's got a nice sweet malty taste. A little bit of nuttiness in there. Caramel and toffee. Doesn't smell quite as grassy grainy as the other two have. Big sweet notes on this. Oh, this smells delicious. Let's do it. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. This beer, to me, is not as grassy grainy. This is more of a sweet, nutty, malty, caramel toffee taste. And all the beers have had that herbal, floral, hop presence. Not that West Coast IPA style. It's up in your face, grapefruit, pineapple, and grapefruit. Very subdued malt. Just like all these beers are. They probably use some kind of European hop to do these beers. A wonderful sweetness on the back end of this. A little bit of spiciness, nuttiness. Awesome tasting beer. To me, this is probably the best one so far out of the 3. That's nice. If I could get this beer here, and I do still have a couple of friends, some of them have got into craft beers, but I still have 1 or 2 of them that are dedicated. One of them's a dedicated Michelob drinker. Another one is brain dead. He's a Coors Light drinker, or no, a Miller Light drinker. And I do have another friend that is a Coors Light drinker. So sometimes it's hard to reach these people, but they like that being able to go in and buy 12 or 18 of them for about $10 or $15. So that's why they drink that stuff. They're looking for that cheap buzz, but they got to drink 12 or 18 of them to get that buzz a lot of times. So very nice beer. I like this one better than the other 2 so far. Well, before I sit here and sip it all, drink it all in front of you, let me go let her have some of it, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one. Okay, guys, I'm back. I do like this one better than the 2 that I had earlier, than the Santa Fe and the Southern Star. I like the nutty, sweet, caramelly, toffee taste that this one has. Alcohol is very well hidden. A very nice rendition of an Oktoberfest, in my opinion. Like I said, I like this one just a shade more than what I've had from the other 2. So, let's do the final chug on this one. Wonderful aroma. Look at the lacing that's left on the glass. Very nice. Very nice. Good quality Oktoberfest. A great fall beer. Final chug. Wow. Delicious. Guys, to me, I think this one was just a tad better than the other two as far as my taste. And what I was getting, not quite as grassy, grainy as the other two were. Nice, sweet, nutty, toasted malt, caramel toffee taste. I like it. I like this one. And accordingly, I'm going to give this one just a little bit better grade. I think this is just barely into the A category. I'm going to give this an 8, which is A minus. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it would probably be a 90. Very nice. So, I think we got one more left in there. We would liable to go ahead and get that one out and do that one tomorrow so we can wrap up the Oktoberfest week. All 4 of those came from Brandon. Brandon, thank you, my brother. I do appreciate you sending those to me. Let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 83 in the good range. I think it's better than an 83. Well, like I said, a lot of these guys that do these beer reviews and stuff on, unless it really blows their hair back or their socks off, they're not super impressed. And like I said, this is not my style of beer, but I try to be as honest as I can with you. I think it's a very well-made beer, and the best out of the 3 so far. We'll see what tomorrow brings. And over to Rate Beer, they say overall 51 and 70 in the style. And for our last check-in, we'll go over to Untapped, and Untapped has it at 3.8. And in my scale, I'm giving it a 4.0. So we're pretty damn close to the Untapped ratings there. So very tasty, guys. If you had this from St. Arnold Brewing, this is their Oktoberfest. Let me know what you think. I just think they rush the season a lot of times. This thing been in the can since July, and I'm reviewing this on the 9th of September. So it's not quite been in the can. This has 07-2016. I don't know what day of July they put it in. So whether it's the end of the month, beginning of the month, or it's if it's the beginning of the month, it's 2 months in the can already. So, and that's not going to hurt this beer. But I just don't know if I'd want to sell a beer like this till December or January. It may keep fine, it may do well. But I'm kind of drinking fresh kind of guy, unless it's a imperial stout or a bourbon barrel aged stout or something, or a porter or something like that. I like to have them fresh. So if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys, and come on back tomorrow. Let's get that last Oktoberfest out of the fridge. I think it's Carback. And they do some really tasty stuff. So let's see where that one ends up. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Come on back. See you then.